There's a time in every person's life when they feel completely helpless. When you're caught in a storm you didn't see coming, and no matter which way you turn, it feels like there's no way out. I've been there, more times than I care to count. And let me tell you something. When you feel helpless, it's like standing in quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Sometimes the way out isn't about fighting harder. Sometimes it's about stopping, breathing, and looking at the world in a new way. So, if you're feeling helpless today, pull up a chair. Let's talk about how to find your strength when you think you've got none left. Many years ago, when I was just a young man trying to figure out this big, confusing world, I lost everything. My business failed. My savings were gone. And I was ashamed to even look my family in the eye. I remember sitting under an old oak tree, my head in my hands, feeling like the world had ended. That's when an old farmer walked by. He sat down beside me and didn't say a word for a while. Then, out of nowhere, he pointed to the ground and said, "You see that seedling over there? Looks tiny, doesn't it? Fragile." I nodded, confused. He smiled and said, "What you don't see is the roots. They're already growing, digging deep into the soil. The seedling might look small now, but it's getting ready to become something strong." I didn't understand it then, but looking back, I realized what he meant. When life knocks you down, it's not the end. It's the beginning. It's the time when your roots grow, when your strength builds quietly below the surface, even if you can't see it yet. So, what do you do when you feel helpless? Let me tell you what I've learned over the years. There are 3 things that can change everything. Step 1, pause and breathe. When you're overwhelmed, your mind races, your heart pounds, and you feel like you need to fix everything right now. But let me tell you a secret. Most things don't need to be fixed immediately. The first step is to stop. Take a deep breath. When you pause, you give yourself the space to think clearly. It's like a muddy river settling after a storm. The water clears and suddenly you can see the bottom. Try this. Close your eyes and take 5 deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Simple, but it's powerful. When you calm your body, your mind follows. Step 2. Focus on what you can control. One of the biggest reasons we feel helpless is because we focus on things we can't change. The past, other people's choices, the big, scary unknown. But here's the truth, you can't control the storm, but you can control how you face it. Ask yourself, what's one small thing I can do right now? Maybe it's getting out of bed. Maybe it's calling a friend. Maybe it's just making yourself a cup of tea. Whatever it is, do it. Small steps lead to big changes. Back when I lost everything, my first step was writing down one thing I was grateful for each day. It felt silly at first, but over time, it shifted my focus from what I'd lost to what I still had. Step 3. Remember that this moment won't last forever. Life is full of seasons. Just like winter turns to spring, your hard times will pass. 2. When you're in the middle of a storm, it's easy to believe it'll last forever. But I promise you, it won't. When I look back on my hardest times, I realize they taught me lessons I couldn't have learned any other way. They made me stronger, more patient, more understanding. So, when you feel helpless, remind yourself, this is just a chapter, not the whole story, and you, my friend, are the author. You have the power to turn the page. Do you see the stone? It didn't start out smooth like this. It was rough, jagged, and sharp. But over time, the water shaped it, softened it, made it something beautiful. That's what life does to us. The struggles, the storms, they shape us. They make us stronger, wiser, more compassionate. So, when you feel helpless, remember, you're being shaped into something beautiful too. My dear friend, life isn't easy, but it's worth it. Even when you feel helpless, you are never truly powerless. You have the strength to pause, to take small steps, and to believe in better days ahead. And remember, you're not alone. I'm here with you. We're all in this together, walking the same road, learning the same lessons. So take heart, keep going, and know that you are stronger than you think. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave your comments, like and subscribe for more videos. Thanks.